So now in my last video, I used a 22 ohm resistor. So I think it's a good time to do another one of these quick color code videos. Just, color code practice. So I just grabbed it out of this pack. 22R means the same as like 22 ohms right there. And I could just look at the color when I put it back to make sure I got the right color. Pretty straightforward. I also grabbed, for this video, a 2.2 ohm resistor out of this pack. And they don't have the same multiplier color code that I normally use because they are smaller than the value that you see on there. Because we got 2, 2, and then 0 for the first three. So that's red, red, black, as you can see there. Now we got gold. Of course, the brown band, that's tolerance. These blue resistors tend to be 1%, which is brown. So maybe it's 1% higher than 22 ohms. And maybe it's 1% lower, maybe it's spot on. And these are cheap, so it might not actually be within 1%. Now, this one is red, red, black, silver. That is the 2.2 ohms. And then, of course, again, the tolerance. I always put the tolerance to the right. And so, instead of it lining up with one of these for how many zeros goes across, also, black means times 1 when it comes to the multiplier. Brown means times 10, red means times 100, and so on. You could also look at it that way. But here, the gold band right there. And maybe it'll look better if I use the flashlight, and maybe it won't again. So yeah, we got gold there, and silver over there. So I'll show that just in case it looks better. I don't think it will, based on an earlier video I did, but we'll show that. So, and we'll look at this color code on the packaging. But gold right there means times 0.1 when it comes to the multiplier. So 220 times 0.1, that moves the decimal point one spot to the left, gives us 22. Hopefully that makes sense. When it comes to silver, silver means 0.01 when it comes to the multiplier. So you move the decimal point 2 spots to the left, giving us 2.20 right there, which is the same as 2.2 ohms. So here is the kit where I got these resistors right there. They show the 4-band code, so we'll go over that kind of quick. But yeah, usually there's 2 digits, the multiplier, and then the tolerance is usually gold. Usually the body of the resistor is beige as well. But we got gold usually for the tolerance, which means it could be 5%. From its rated value, whereas brown, which you usually see with the 5 bands there, is 1%. So you can see that on there. But here, this video, we're mostly interested in the multiplier, as I said before. If it's gold, it's 0.1. So 220 times 0.1 is 22. And if it's silver, like this guy right here, then it's a 0.01. Really attracted to the magnetic screwdriver. So again, 220 times 0.01, you move the decimal point 3 spots, giving you 2.2. But they did have the value labeled on the bag. So you don't have to memorize the color code, but it's helpful to be familiar with it. And it's going to make it easier, a little bit easier for me to put them back in the bag. Although I will just, take the bag there and make sure the colors line up before I actually insert the resistor into the bag. So yeah, other components, I take plastic baggies like this. I got a bunch of different sizes, although I can't always find where I set it. But in case, I just take a black marker and write what the component is, like on the bag, and then I put them back into their own bag in many cases. So I recommend doing that. It's a nice way to organize things. But yeah, that's it. Simple video. Hope you enjoyed. Make sure you check out one of the other videos I posted on the screen, and check out the links down below. They all help out a lot. I'll see you in the next video.